Hello, and thank you for joining us on another one of Baby Elias's stories. Our next story is called The Meiji Guillotine Murders by Fūtarō Yamada, translated by Bryan Karetnyk. Death Stalks Old Edo. A classic Japanese mystery. A pair of sleuths investigate a series of bloody murders in 19th century Tokyo, Japan. 1869. A time of reform and rebellion. Detectives Kazuki and Kawaji are assigned to investigate a series of seemingly impossible murders. Together, with the help of a mysterious shrine maiden, can they solve each gruesome death and piece together the dark connection between them? Taking us deep into the heart of 19th century Tokyo, the Meiji Guillotine Murders is a fiendish murder mystery from one of Japan's greatest crime writers. About the authors. Fūtarō Yamada is the pen name of Seiya Yamada. He was born in 1922 in Hyogo Prefecture, Japan, and graduated from the Faculty of Medicine at Tokyo University. He made his authorial debut in 1947 with the short story The Incident at the Dharma Pass, and went on to write over 100 novels and short stories. Known for his versatility, he is best loved in Japan for his series of ninja novels and historical crime novels. Many of his works have been adapted for film, television, manga, and anime. He died in 2001. Bryan Karetnyk is a translator of Japanese and Russian literature. His recent translations for Pushkin Press include Seishi Yokomizo's The Village of Eight Graves and Ryunosuke Akutagawa's Murder in the Age of Enlightenment. A brief historical note. When Commodore Matthew Perry's notorious Black Ships arrived at Uraga in 1853, Japan had been governed by the military dictatorship known as the Tokugawa Shogunate for 2.5 centuries. Throughout this time, the shogunate had enforced a strict policy of isolationism and seclusion, yet Perry's ships had come to end all that, forcing upon Japan a treaty that would see, among other things, the country opened up to international trade and diplomacy. Anxiety over the influence that contact with the outside world would bring led the puppet Emperor Komei to issue an edict in 1863, breaking with centuries of tradition and calling for the foreign barbarians to be expelled from Japan. When the shogunate failed to enforce the edict, however, a schism ensued, and samurai loyal to the emperor coalesced around the rallying cry, "Sono Joi!" Revere the emperor, expel the barbarians. Following a spate of high-profile political assassinations, widespread unrest and rebellion eventually turned into a full-scale civil war known as the Boshin War. With the southern provinces of Satsuma and Choshu forming a military alliance against the shogunate. While the victory of this alliance did bring about the restoration of imperial rule, the new Emperor Meiji's youth meant that power rested in the hands of an oligarchy of former samurai from Satsuma and Choshu, the most influential of whom were Toshimichi Okubo, Takamori Saigo, and Takayoshi Kido. This new government soon realized, however, that without reform and modernization, Japan would lag behind the Western world and leave itself open to the threat of colonization. Consequently, it not only continued to trade with the West, but also pursued a policy of rapid westernization, all of which consolidated a sense of betrayal among many of those who had fought for the emperor. The ensuing years of social change and acute political turmoil are where this story begins. Readers should be aware that the old capital Edo had just been renamed Tokyo, and that dates are given according to the traditional Japanese calendar. That is, with years reckoned according to periods of imperial rule, and months according to the lunar calendar. Are you ready, baby Elias? Here